Mexican grill.
This morning, a crash has sent one man to the hospital in Williamson County. We have the latest next. Plus, officials with Hamilton County Coal have released the name of a miner killed in a tragic accident over the weekend. We have more coming up. Plus, a man accused of threatening to shoot up a school in Marion in August will appear in court today. We have those stories and more this morning on a Monday morning edition of News 24 This Morning.
Little Egypt's a breaking news source. News 24 starts right now.
And good morning. Thanks for joining us. We have a lot of news to get to. I'm Aaron Price, filling in for Emma this morning. But we begin with a breaking morning update. One person has died at the hospital overnight after being involved in a Sunday afternoon crash in Saline County. Raymond Bowles, 60, of Harrisburg, has died in a regional hospital of his injuries. He was driving his tractor on US 45 and Muddy Road in Saline County when a semi rear-ended him. That driver now faces additional charges. New this morning, a crash has sent one man to the hospital in Williamson County. It happened on Spillway Road. According to the Williamson County Sheriff's Office, the driver of a motorcycle had to be airlifted from the scene. The road stayed closed until the scene was clear. No word on that person's injuries this morning. 3 teenagers were injured in a two-car crash around 9:30 p.m. Saturday night. A car exited the El Dorado McDonald's in an attempt to cross lanes on Highway 142. A southbound truck was unable to avoid the car, causing a collision. One teenage passenger was airlifted to an Evansville hospital, and another was taken by ambulance. El Dorado police say the teenage driver of the car could be charged with failure to yield the right-of-way. Officials with Hamilton County Coal have released the name of a miner killed in a tragic accident Saturday morning. It happened at the Mine No. 1 near Dahlgren. Co-workers discovered John Ditterline pinned under an underground airlock door and coal rib around 3:30 a.m. Saturday. Employees tried to resuscitate him, but at 4:45 a.m. he was pronounced dead at a local hospital. A man accused of threatening to shoot up a school in Marion School District in August will appear in court today. Tristan Miller is charged with 3 counts of making terroristic threats. He will appear for a pre-trial hearing at 10:30. Meanwhile, a woman accused of killing a dog is in court today. Kane is accused of killing a dog in the backyard of a Heron home. She will also appear for a pre-trial hearing at 10:30 this morning. To the weather, where some morning showers are making their way into the region. Here's Terry with the latest. Alright, thanks Terry. Turning to Johnson County this morning, where several areas in southern Illinois are feeling the effects of the government shutdown. Those areas include, but aren't limited to, the Shawnee National Forest, Mark Twain National Forest, and the Cypress Creek National Wildlife Refuge. A message on a USDA website reads, quote, Due to a lapse in federal funding, this USDA website will not be actively updated. Once funding has been reestablished, online operations will continue. The Cypress Creek National Wildlife Refuge also has a similar message, but with more information on the land usage for the public. It reads, quote, "Due to the lapse in federal appropriations, this website will not be updated until further notice. Where public access to refuge lands does not require the presence of a federal employee or contractor, activities on refuge lands will be allowed to continue on the same terms as before the appropriations lapse. Any entry onto refuge system property during this period of federal government shutdown is at the visitor's sole risk. Please read this important message about closure of National Wildlife Refuge System facilities during the shutdown." We spoke with one hunter at the Cypress Creek National Wildlife Refuge who said that so far the government shutdown hasn't affected him much at this point. Bogenpaul also says the closure and lack of services there might affect others, especially if the shutdown continues for very long. For more information on contingency plans for the areas affected by the shutdown, you can visit the Department of Interior webpage. In Jackson, Missouri this morning, a pit bull continues the fight for his life after it was found critically injured in Mississippi County, Missouri. In an interview with local news source KFVS, Rochelle Stefan, Max Mission founder, said she was notified of the dog after it was found last week. Stefan said the dog, Bert, was walking around while having critical injuries to multiple parts of its body. The pit bull was moving around and was eating enough where Stefan felt he had a chance to survive. She wanted to make sure she did everything she could to save this dog's life, regardless of how many treatments and visits are needed. Stefan stated she is thankful for the community and those that support their cause. She also said she is hopeful that someone comes forward to authorities with information on how the pit bull was critically injured. The 2019 Golden Globes were definitely one for the books. Some of your favorite stars, shows, and films took home awards Sunday night, including Patricia Arquette for Escape at Dannemora, Regina King for If Beale Street Could Talk, and Lady Gaga for Shallow, her and Mark Ronson's inspiring song from A Star Is Born. Roma had a strong night, winning Best Screenplay and Best Director for Alfonso Cuarón. Bohemian Rhapsody also scored 2 awards, including the final one of the night for Best Motion Picture Drama. On the TV side, Rachel Brosnahan won for her role in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and Sandra Oh, the co-host, won for her working in Killing Eve. But the big winner of the night was Green Book, taking home 3 awards for Best Screenplay, Best Motion Picture, Comedy or Musical, and for Mahershala Ali for his supporting role in the period piece. This morning, the inaugural flight from Cape Girardeau Regional Airport to Paducah, Kentucky took off. A ribbon cutting awaited the flight at Paducah, where it headed to Chicago. There will be another ribbon cutting in Cape Girardeau later today as well. That's this morning's top headlines. Terry's in next with weather, and Bob has your local and national trending stories and news at 7:17. I'm Aaron Price. We'll be right back.
This morning's rundown is brought to you by Don Sol Mexican Grill.
Fox News update.
In Fox News.
Steel, not concrete. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump says he's willing to change what the wall's made of, but he insists we still need it.
This is a very important battle to win.
But Democrats like House Speaker Nancy